there's a symbol that you may have already seen. We use it a lot. We affectionately, playfully call it the circle chart. Swami Rama used to write this on blackboards, and I watched him over a period of years refine it ever so slightly, and it's a beautiful summary of the whole process. I have here a circle chart on a postcard. We had this made, and you'll notice this around a lot if you have not already seen it. A way to think of this is that this is a companion to your one-page summary of practices, which you have already downloaded and printed out and have in your hand. And if you have not, please pause and print it out. There's also in the resources, you'll find, I think it's about 10 pages, put together a 10-page approximately paper outlining the ways in which this circle chart can be used. This is on a postcard. If you want one in postcard format, send us an email or a message with your postal mailing address through the Udemy or through Facebook or direct through email. Tell us your name and address, and we will write it on here, put a stamp on it, and mail it to you if you like to have a postcard. And so some of the ways that you can use this is as a symbol for health, which is an aspect of what we could call lifestyle preparation for meditation, not preparation for meditation at the time of the meditation session, but lifestyle in general meditation. So in terms of being healthy, take care of your, it just says actions and senses. That means my relationships with the people of the external world. And so it deals with that. So I need to work on those relationships, have good, healthy relationships. All of us have a body, so we need to take care of it. We need to exercise it. We need to give it good food. We need to help it cleanse easily. We all breathe, so there's stuff we can do with breathing. We all have a conscious mind. We all have an unconscious mind. And I've often asked people, alone or in groups, if you have some idea of something beyond that. This has a question mark there because we can call it Atman or Purusha or center of consciousness or Brahman or divinity or God, if you wish, or soul. Whatever you call it doesn't matter because we put the question mark because most everybody has some sense that beyond body, breath, and the levels of mind, there is an aspect of me that is not mind and not breath and not body and is not relationships out here. So that's what that's about. When you hold this card up like this, notice that somehow, however this happens, we may have different philosophical, religious, spiritual opinions about this, but somehow we manifest outward. And I become a body, I'm in a body, and I have a personality, and I'm a breathing being. And so something manifests out, and that's one of the versions of what you'll see in that article that's in the resources, is a picture with some little arrows going out. And it's not intended to force fit you into a particular philosophy, but it's simply making note that we move outward. And then the journey inward, that is meditation and contemplation and prayer and mantra and all of these spiritual practices, is about reversing that process with little arrows going in. So we're trying to recede inward. I, as pure consciousness, have somehow manifested outward in this way. And so when we sit down on our butt for meditation, what are we doing? We let go of the external world. We allow our senses to switch off and come inward. We allow our body to be still. We allow our breath to be smooth. We allow our conscious mind to become quiet. We allow the unconscious mind to come forward so that we can learn to be undisturbed, unaffected, uninvolved by that unconscious, which is called vairagya or non-attachment. And ultimately, eventually, we get to realize what this is in direct experience after have temporarily set aside all the levels of my being. So this is the circle card. And Here's a fun thing that we've done with it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a little visual demonstration here. If you look at this card this way, the way I'm showing it to you now, it looks almost like theory. It looks like psychology or philosophy that, oh, I have these parts. These are parts of me. But there's another way that makes this much more clear. I'm going to take this card and I'm going to fold it right here on this little dotted line. You see right there, there's 3 dotted lines, and over here there's a dotted line here. I'm going to fold this card on the dotted line. See, I've just put a fold in it right there. And I have over here a hole puncher. Now watch this. You don't have to do this with yours or with a card, but if you can, if you want, it's kind of fun. I ran into this in a box, I don't know, sometime in the last year or so, a box sitting around in the garage, and I thought, you know, I forgot I had one of these. I don't remember why I got it whenever I got it. But suddenly an idea came, so I'm going to take this hole puncher, I'm going to put it right here over the question mark, and I'm going to punch a hole there, and I'm going to set that down. And now I can turn this like this, and see there's the hole. And now I can look at you out through the hole. And this is more accurately the way this whole thing operates. And if you just watch me or you do it yourself, it gives you a really neat insight about this whole process of meditation, contemplation, all this stuff. I am actually back here. I am consciousness, and I'm experiencing outward through this field of karmas or samskaras, my latent habit patterns. I'm looking outward through that, through my active unconscious mind, through my conscious mind, and out through my breathing being, my subtle energies, out through a physical body and brain, and I'm engaging you out there in the world. But all along, I'm back here. I'm back here. Now I know that this is an eyeball. I'm looking at an eyeball through this thing, so this is obviously, I hope obviously, is symbolic. But if you do this, once you look, you get it makes this idea much more clear. This is why we're doing all of that part 1, which is observation in daily life. We're observing all of the aspects of all of this. Ultimately, why are we observing it? So I can awaken to the reality that none of this ultimately is who I am. I am pure consciousness moving outward through these levels and layers. How am I going to do that other than it just being philosophical theory? We do it in practice. We pay attention to our actions and our senses and our body and our breathing and the activities of our conscious mind. We explore the activities of our unconscious mind so that gradually I can get the intuition that who I am is this consciousness back here operating outward through all these levels and layers. So anyway, this is the circle chart. If you want one on a card, tell us, we'll mail you a card. No charge. And or just print out the thing and, you know, or make your own. Take a piece of paper and some children's crayon and draw your own. That's kind of fun too. So this is what we playfully call the circle chart, and you'll run into that a lot in everything we're doing. Okay, let me turn around here one more so you can see this way, and just in case it doesn't show up quite so well on the camera, I'm looking at you like this. To me, from my vantage point, this makes perfect sense, but maybe you can't see it so well. So I'm going to turn around like this, and you can get the idea better. See, I'm back here. I, as Atman, as true self, am back here, and the word looking is a metaphor. That's not just about seeing with the eyeball, but I'm experiencing or looking or engaging the world out here through all of these instruments. So anyway, I'm back here and the world's out there, and these are the instruments by which we do this. And have fun with it.